Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I want to pour the L-size tray mold from MoldsandShapes, and it's the new Oriental mold. And I just start mixing my colors, so I'm using here the Ultracast resin, and I want to use again rather natural looking colors. So yeah, I show you the mixing process, and I hope it won't be getting too boring for you, but sometimes people ask me to show the mixing process. The resin amounts, I'm just going by heart. I hardly ever take measurements. So here I took some of the pigment drops. They are from Etter. So I'm making sure that I really stir the white very well in my little cup. The resin I'm using, I don't know, did I mention it? It's the Ultracast resin. And now I'm just adding a little bit of the interfering champagne, also pigment powder from Etter, into my cup, into my white. And again, I'm stirring it very well, so I don't have any mica powder floating into my resin piece. Always make sure that you are stirring your pigments very well. It sometimes happens to me as well that I didn't stir well enough and then I have the pigments floating everywhere. So that's why I'm very often saying this into my video. So the next color is the golden caramel, and this is an awesome color. I really love it. Look at this very nice brown. I really love this. I poured with this color already in earlier videos, and it's just such a beautiful color. And yeah, I'm just adding a little bit more of it into my resin. So what I want to achieve is the web effect with a little bit crackle and different shadings in these tones. So we will see if I will be able to achieve it. I just love crackle effects. I guess you guys know about this, and I also love the web effect very much. So now I'm just stirring from Let's Resin the maple, I think it's called maple, into my resin. Yeah, there I had the gold in my hand, but gold doesn't really match, and I was looking for my maple, so I'm coming back and yeah, there you go, there it is. You know, sometimes you're just blind, you're taking the wrong color, but now I have the right color and this is what I wanted to have. So again, I'm stirring this very well into my resin, into my little cup, so that everything is really very beautiful stirred in. And I think also that these two colors are really matching very well with each other. So, and now I'm taking my Oriental tray mold again, and look at this. This is a rather new mold from MoldsandShapes, and you guys know MoldsandShapes have really very beautiful molds, and they are very long lasting. I'm already working with MoldsandShapes for, let me think about it. It's almost 3.5 years, and I'm always stunned about what they do, what designs they launch, and the molds are really from fantastic quality. So just check them out in my description box. But coming back to the pour, I'm just pouring a clear rim around the edge. With some pours, I just pour the whole bottom with a thin layer of clear, but now I'm just, thought I'd just go along the edges, along the rim. And now I'm taking my white mix and I'm pouring on top of my clear. I'm just taking my time. There's no rush. Just make sure you enjoy your pouring and you relax with it, because I think there's never a rush when you do artwork. Just enjoy doing your patterns. So now I'm taking the golden caramel and I'm just pouring next to my white or try to pour next to my white. You see that the white is already working a little bit. And also here, I'm just taking my time. I try to follow the pattern, but it's impossible anymore. So, well, it doesn't matter anyway, because resin does whatever it needs to do, and resin will create its own pattern. So the next color is the maple, the interference, or the not the interference, the chameleon pigment from Let's Resin. And I'm just pouring this between the white and the golden caramel. I don't know if it makes sense, but this is what I did, and we will see how the edges are gonna work. So these are my colors placed, and now I'm taking my clear resin and I'm just pushing out my colors. I'm making this clear as a base, like in the rim, so that the outer colors can also move, and that I don't have such a block color at the side without any effects. I love to have the crackle effects in the rim. So that's why I'm always working with clear resin, and I just love the effect. But I guess you guys know that I love the crackle effect very much. So now I'm taking my white again. I'm following the outside edge with my white. And then I'm just pouring also a little bit toward the center. So it doesn't need to be so accurate. Just go with the flow and enjoy what you are doing. The same I'm doing now with the golden caramel, and then also with the maple, with the chameleon pigment. Just pouring and hope it gets a nice shading and a nice blending in the center later on, because yeah, of course I'm hoping that the resin will be moving nicely towards the center. Now a quick torch just to pop some of the bubbles. Here you need to be careful, like I'm always saying, not to burn your mold or your resin. There I'm picking out a few holes or a few bubbles which are trapped on the bottom. Here please also be careful, because any scratching you will see in your end piece and it will stay in the mold. It's normal, because silicone is quite sensitive, even though molds and shapes are really from very good quality. But yeah, just be careful. Here I have a mixture for my center. I just have some stones, I have some shells, I have some copper cracks, some golden cracks. Just a mixture I made myself with things I had in my drawer, and I thought it emphasizes a rather natural look to it. And yeah, I'm just spreading it out. What I noticed later, there was one shell that's not quite nicely, but then I thought nature is also not always so perfect. So the imperfect is perfect. So now I'm taking you down for a little time lapse. It's not till the end, but there you see there's a hole appearing, and I don't know why. It just happened, and yeah, at that side the resin didn't move so much. So later on I took my heat gun and I helped that you see it there a little bit. And I needed my phone, that's why I couldn't show you the fully time lapse. But there you see it, there's still a little bit open at the one side where the resin acted a little bit strange, but I took my heat gun again and gently pushed my resin on that side towards the center. That's what I did off camera. And yeah, you will see when I do the final demolding. So that's the next day, and it's very interesting pattern. Or it's actually in the same evening, very late. That's why the light is not so good. So I apologize for that. But I can take it out of the mold and make my bowl. But it's very interesting how the pouring side looks. And now just let's have a look for the result. And look at this awesome color, this golden caramel. I really love it. And together with the chameleon pigment and the interference, it's very beautiful effects. And you cannot see really where I needed to help the resin moving at the one side, so I'm quite happy about it. And I'm just pushing this bowl into my aluminium bowl. It's a bowl from IKEA, and it's flexible, so it's very easy that you get your piece out of your bowl. So, and now I let it rest for another 12 hours and I can get my bowl out of the bowl. I'm just pressing, you see it here. You need to force it a little bit, but then it's easy to take out. And I'm very happy with the result. And look at the nice brownish shading. It's very beautiful. And yeah, it's not wobbly, the bowl. It's really, you know, in a good shape. So I'm quite happy about this also, because sometimes, you know, you're not 100% accurate and then the bowl is a little bit shaky, but it's all right. I'm very happy. So, and this is the final result. And look at all the effects and the chameleon pigments and this nice golden caramel. It's a beautiful color. So, and with this, I love and leave you. I thank you for watching and take care, guys. See you for my next video. Bye bye.